Okay, so today I want to talk about some update on my math animation add-on. Since I already released this add-on 1 month ago on my GitHub, you can test now. But currently it's the older version. It's not kind of older version. It's just for the for older Blender version, because for the new one I want people like keep start me. If go to 200, I will release the version for Blender 5. Okay, and also I have a paid version, but I think most people don't need a paid version because the basic version, current version, is already powerful enough for most of the people. Anyway, okay, if you need it, just check my GitHub. There's the information how to get the paid version and what the paid version have. Okay, but I'm going to talk about update. I think most of them just included in the paid version now. Maybe there's a free version also includes some, but I'm not sure because I haven't checked for a long time. Okay, anyway, so let me think. So first I want to talk about maybe the ODE. Currently for the ODE now, previously you can only plot XYZ curve, but now you can plot a branch. You can plot the time versus X versus Y versus Z. Also you can compose, like you can XY times Y or X plus Y, blah blah. Also for the parameter, you also can plot a branch. If it's only have a T, that's you can like T versus X versus Y, something like that. Let me maybe just quick. So currently just like is just the T. If I don't plot the branch, so originally you can see it's the X Y, but you can plot this X. Also you can plot the Y. You can see the X and Y. Okay, that's a branch. If you have UV, it will plot UV versus X, UV versus Y, UV versus Z, like that. Okay, and that's the one for the branch plot. I'm not sure. Maybe also this is also a new one for the function data. Now you can upload your data XYZ to plot if you have a data file. Okay. Also for the ADE, I also add a new solver for the diff solve method. Actually, this is a package I adopted from the GitHub because this solver have some advanced feature, especially for the stop function. I can show you example. For example, for the bouncing ball. So for the bouncing ball, what's the bouncing ball? Problem is that you have a ball like fall down from a height, then it touch the ground. When it touch the ground, it will bouncing back and change the speed, right? And that's the you can add a condition like that. So how you add a condition? You just add the stop. The stop is x equals 0. X equals 0. You just type x. That means x equals 0. This expression equals 0. Just type x. That's stop. So when it at the stop position, you need to change the state. So the state is the velocity change. But let's first build the. So it should be like a second order derivative. It should be like this, but you can like make it as a first order ODE. So you just let the v equals dx versus dt. So you have like two of this first order, then you can solve this. Okay, so we can use the v as y because in my system defining I always dx y x y z. Okay, so this will be the y, this will be the constant because velocity divided by time is a constant value, right? So we update the state every time it touches x0. So we change the speed direction, also decrease the speed to 0.8. Okay, that's it. And we want to make the initial condition the height equals, the height is x, right? Height should be 10, but we don't see the height currently. We don't see the x because my system is automatically detect the variable. So you don't type the variable here. So you just add a variable x, but times 0. Okay. So once you have this term, it will detect the variable x. Now you can give a 10. So it times 0, it will not affect anything. Okay, the velocity initial is 0, and we'll plot the height versus time. Okay, and the gravity is 9.1. Okay, that's it. Let me so let me hide the others, only keep this one. So you can see this is the height, how the height changes with time, right? This is what I want to look at, and it's meaningful. Also, if you want to check the velocity, which is y, you also can add a plot of velocity. So you can see the velocity is changing like this. At the beginning 0 and became very large, and then bouncing back, change the direction, right? So it's just like this. Okay, this is the advanced feature. You can add you can change the status with some condition. Okay, also I can give one more example, which is a drug delivery in your body. So if you have a model, let me show you. If you model, this model tells like how the drug lives in your body. So every 6 hours you just like add another 1,000 drugs, and then your body absorbs some. Another 6 hours you give another 1,000 like this. So this is the curve, the drug left in your body, right? And the second curve is like your body absorb how much the drugs. Okay, let's see this example also. Okay, and let me also hide this one. And so this time, so the stops will be every 6 hours. You can do this t times 6 times 18 blah blah, but you also can use other ways to do the sum, maybe just a sine function. Okay, so I just do this, and 6 12 blah blah. Okay, and we will update the status will be every 6 hours we'll add 1,000 drugs, and the initial condition is 1,000 and 0. You don't have any right now. Let's plot the x, and 1,000 initial, 1,000, 150. Okay. The value is too large, so I need scale down the y value. So you can see this is 10 hour. You want to change it to 24 hours, right? So you can see if you change it to 24 hours and maybe reduce 5 times. So this is the drug in your body. So every 6 hours you give 1,000, 1,000, right? You also can plot the y. Where is the plot? Okay, here. No, it's a y. Also, we need to scale down the value because in my system I always give the like a real scale. So if you need to scale down and also 24 hours, maybe also you want to change the radius. Okay, so this is your body observe how many drugs, right? Okay, this is I think it's pretty advanced feature for the ODE solver, so it's really deserve to mention this. Okay, that's the function part. Anything else? Oh, okay. I think I have like more animation now, so you can have light flow. It's a new one. Anything else? Also the transform animation is also new one. Okay, let me just show you. So if I add a light flow animation, so you can see there's a light flow, right? You can change all the parameter. You can change the length maybe to 30, and you can change many things. You also can spark particles. So you can see if you spark particles like this, the particle maybe is too much. So you can see the spark particles. Maybe 100 and also 50. Speed is 5, something. Obviously this parameter you can adjustment and just look at the effect. Okay, so you can also change the particle maybe going up. So you can go up the particle, right? Okay, so that's the light flow part. I think it's pretty cool. You can explore it by yourself because there's a lot of adjustment. You also can like only flow, pre-flow, so the pre-flow will be different. So before the flow, it already you can also post-flow. So only the flow, like after the flow, it will spark particles. That's the thing. You can. There's a lot of adjustment you can do. Okay. I think that's the one, and another one is the transform animation. So you can have randomly rotation, offset, and scale. Okay, then just have a look. So you can see that's a rotation. So this also offset. Because this is just one curve, it's not obvious. So if you have a text, it will be more obvious. Maybe let's see that later. Okay, so that's the animation. Anything else I want to see? Oh, also for each animation for the anime curve, now I have preset a lot of different curves you can choose. For example, if you have like the big one, you can see the animation. Also, like you want to try bounce, blah blah. There are a lot, so there's a lot. Okay. Also, the preset you also can choose different a lot. I think anyway, you can like explore this current. So now there's tons of preset anime curve you can choose for the animation. I think maybe that's all. Okay, all this new animation that I did for not only for the plot, also for the draw, also for the formula. So we can look at a formula also. So I have a formula you can see. So if I want to only add it to the text, maybe also have a color flow. So we can have a look. You can see. Maybe I will hide this one. Just look at this. So you can see the color flow. It's same thing, but for this is called color flow. For the curve, I call the light flow. Just name a little different because I want to stress different thing. Because this I want to stress more on the color flow. So the same thing you can also spare particles so you can also spare particles like post maybe of prey. Okay, anyway, so you can do exploration by yourself. So you also can add the transform. So if I add a transform animation, so you can see you can do the rotation, offset, and scale. So you can see the rotation, and maybe you add also the scale, also the scale one. Maybe only scale. Let's have a look. It's only scale, only offset. So only rotation. Only offset currently. Previously it's rotation. Okay, you also can like change the offset, change the curve, blah blah. There's a lot of adjustment. Pretty fancy, I think, for the animation. Okay. Also for the curve, you have a lot of like preset curve. So you can like do the animation. So there's tons of animation, and for the curve we also can like apply to envelope. Also you can do like invert, right? So it's a lot of fun for the animation. Also you can invert vertically and change the parameter, decay, and force, blah blah. Also you can remap a range. So if you don't remap, you can remap to 0 to 1. Normally I remember to 0 to 1. Also you can remap center. So there's tons of animation. Currently you can combine. So this is much cool animations, right? Okay, that's basically I think for the new update, mostly for the paid version. So anyway, that's a short update I think. Okay, thank you.